You, President Jones. And as you indicated, we're rounding out month number 6 of our work from home orders. And I think the challenges in 2020 are still coming. On top of the COVID-19 pandemic and an extremely volatile investment environment, California is experiencing some of the worst fire seasons I think they've had or we've had in our history. And it's not just California, it's Washington, it's Oregon as well. But what we know at Calpers is that it's an honor to serve the Calpers members, protecting people and communities throughout the state. Let me bring you up to date a bit on how we're meeting the members' needs, starting with our members affected by the Loyalton, the Jones, and Lake fires. We've reached out to about 30 retirees living in those communities, trying to make direct contact with them to ensure that they will be able to receive their retirement checks. Some have opted into direct deposit, which we certainly appreciate and would advise them to do so if possible, while others have chosen to continue to receive their paper checks. Our teams who are processing retirement and survivor benefit applications are exceeding the service level agreements of 95% while maintaining consistently high satisfaction ratings. And the number of retirement applications that are now being done through the MyCalPERS system is now over 65%, which is a significant increase from the last time I reported this number to you. Some of that could be due to the education that many of our members are receiving during the CalPERS education events. We held one online in July. It was a week-long event with modules around self-education and learning sessions that were hosted by our team members. And really, it was intended to guide members through the various resources that are available to them in order for them to make the informed decisions that they need to make. There were about 3,300 members who attended, and the satisfaction rating for that event was at 98%. Because of the success of the virtual CB, the CalPERS Benefit Education event, we are planning another one in November. Also, with our internal operations, this really has been a time of dedication and resilience and flexibility on the part of our team members who are all doing their best to balance all the new needs that have been presented to them. I've heard from many of our team members who have shared their own experiences, and they tell me it's a tough balancing act, but they are managing to remain productive all the same. That productivity might look a little bit different in their home offices than it did while they were working at one of the CalPERS buildings, but people are very dedicated to the mission that we have at CalPERS. Many of them also have expressed appreciation for our culture we have here that really supports their ability to be successful in both arenas. And I think it's really one of the things that makes working here worth it. The number one thing that I hear over and over is that our employees care for and really appreciate the people they work with and the people they work for. The executive team is also very focused on making sure all of our team members have the information they need, the resources they need, and the support that they need to be successful. Now turning over to some outreach. Over the last month, I've met with several business organizations over the last likely 4 to 6 weeks. The first one being the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, which represents 1 in every 3 private sector jobs in the area, and Jim Wunderman, CEO of the Bay Area Council. That council is made up of business leaders working with public and community leaders to drive innovation in the Bay Area, to be competitive, to be inclusive, and to be a sustainable region in the world. I had productive conversations with both and fielded several questions about creating a better business climate for CalPERS to be invested in California. That was true also of my meeting that I had just a couple of weeks ago with the Orange County Business Council President, CEO Lucy Dunn. And then finally, Dan Bienvenu and I participated in a presentation to the members of the California Society of Municipal Finance Officers, which includes many of our 3,000 participating employers. These are all great opportunities for CalPERS to share our plans to protect the retirement security of our members and strengthen, really our role with them as a reliable partner, that we can't offer these retirement benefits without healthy business partners and healthy employers along the way. And then that does bring me to some work that we're doing with our employers. Next month on October 14th and October 15th, we'll host the annual education forum, but of course this one will be online. In addition to a few general sessions on the first day that cover CalPERS' basics, participants will be able to connect one-on-one with our team to be able to ask questions and discuss key issues that their agencies might be facing. As usual, we will also hold the Spotlight on Excellence Award, presentation, and that will be done on the first day again. The second day of the forum will feature more advanced learning sessions to help employers with the operational details of managing Calpers' pension and health benefits. The virtual exhibits and one-on-one consultations will also be available to ensure that people don't leave this virtual setting with questions that are unanswered. And then the online format for the event will be highly interactive, at least to the extent that we can make it so, and likely will be a unique experience for people who are able to attend. The event will be free for all Calpers' contracting agencies, which we hope will improve the access to all employers who are interested and would benefit from the experience. And just a couple of last items before I close. I told you earlier this summer that we had 18 team members receive our highest form of recognition here, which is the Apex Award. Last month in August, we hosted a virtual award ceremony that honored them all during my weekly web chat. And I think you can see the recipients on your screen now.
Very nice.
We took time to share some excerpts of each person's work that made their colleagues take notice and ultimately led to their nominations. What does impress me about this group is that while they're very honored by the recognition, they're also extremely humble about it. Many of them will just tell you, I'm doing my job, and that the reason they strive for excellence is because we want to stay focused on serving our members. It is a very inspiring event. And then lastly, I do want to make sure that the 2020 Our Promise, the California State Employees Giving at Work campaign, letting you all know that that is also launched. This is something that I got to be a co-sponsor of in my first year here in California. The campaign gives all state employees the option to make charitable donations through payroll deduction. Leading the team as co-chairs of the Calpers Our Promise campaign for the second year are Don Martinez, who is the Chief of Member Account Management, and then Forrest Grimes, who is the Chief Risk Officer. Anthony Sweeney will also, once again, be leading the team of key connectors who are responsible for distributing and collecting contribution forms from our employees. And new this year, Susie Ishikawa from our Office of Public Affairs is serving as an executive on loan throughout the Our Promise campaign. With all of the turmoil and the anxiety and the chaos that's out there that everyone really is experiencing in some form this year, there are really a lot of people in need of help and nonprofit organizations as well. So this is a great opportunity, if you're able, to contribute to a very worthy cause. And employees just need to set up a Cal Employee Connect account to get started. And then I'm going to end with the investment performance, and this performance is through June 30th of 2020. The 1 year number is 4.7, the 3 year number is 6.6, the 5 year number is 6.3, the 10-year number is 8.5, and that does conclude my report, President Jones, and I'm happy to take questions if there are any.
No,